The top 100 apprenticeship employers and top 50 SME apprenticeship employers are data-driven rankings and have been designed to be as simple and straightforward as possible for employers to enter. You begin by completing your organisation's contact details, some background information about your apprenticeships and skills programmes, and whether you'd be interested in being featured as a case study in a future Department for Education promotional campaign. Don't worry, these details aren't assessed, they're just for research purposes. You then give the total number of employees currently employed by your organisation at offices, sites and workplaces in England, and the total number of apprentices who are on an apprenticeship programme there. Be careful to only include current apprentices who've yet to complete their apprenticeships and take their endpoint assessment, and only those who are on apprenticeship programmes in England. Based on this information, choose which entry category is right for your organisation. The top 100 apprenticeship employers is for organisations with 250 employees or more who employ a minimum of 25 apprentices, whereas the top 50 SME apprenticeship employers is for employers with between 10 and 249 employees and currently have at least 3 apprentices. You're now ready to enter the data that will be assessed for this year's rankings. Question 1 asks you to record how many apprentices started a new apprenticeship or will start an apprenticeship in the 12-month period from the 1st of April 2023 to the 31st of March 2024. Please list them by the level of apprenticeship and note whether apprentices were newly recruited from outside your organisation or were previously on another of your apprenticeship programmes or were existing employees who moved onto an apprenticeship programme. Be careful to only include apprentices who began their apprenticeship in the past year, and remember to include all those who started, irrespective of whether they're still on their apprenticeship or not. In question 2, you'll provide details of the diversity of your apprentices who started their apprenticeship since the 1st of April 2023. This includes their gender, their age, those who are Black, Asian or ethnic minority apprentices, and the number with learning difficulties or disabilities. Remember, the details you're giving in this question are for the apprentices who started their apprenticeships in the last 12 months, the ones you described in question 1. So if you had 75 apprentices who began an apprenticeship in the past year, you're providing diversity information about those 75 apprentices. The third and final question asks about the number of apprentices at your organisation who successfully achieved their apprenticeships in the last year, versus the number of apprentices who withdrew from an apprenticeship programme during the year. The definition of successfully achieved is an apprentice who completed all the requirements of their apprenticeship and passed the endpoint assessment. Please include all apprentices who achieved this in the period from the 1st of April 2023 until the 31st of March 2024. But remember, those who haven't yet taken their endpoint assessment cannot be included. You'll also need to note the number of apprentices who've withdrawn from an apprenticeship at any point in the last 12 months, irrespective of the reason for them not continuing their apprenticeships or the length of time they were on their apprenticeship. When you're ready, you should complete the employer declaration and provide contact details for you and an alternative contact, and then press the Submit Entry button. Once your entry has been received, you'll take part in a short follow-up data check by email or telephone as part of the verification process that all employer entries go through. Don't forget the deadline for submitting your entry is 5 p.m. on Friday the 12th of April, and the new rankings for the top 100 apprenticeship employers and the top 50 SME apprenticeship employers will be announced in the summer.